the Coordinating Committee on Manipur Integrity has sought the United Nations' attention on the ongoing situation in Manipur. Khuraijam Athauba, the spokesperson of the committee and vice president of IPSA, on March 21st presented his intervention at the ongoing 55th session of the United Nations Human Rights Council in Geneva on human rights situations in Manipur. Athauba, during his presentation, said the indigenous communities are embroiled in a severe conflict exacerbated by cross-border narco-terrorist groups and armed militants who are under the suspension of operation agreement with the government of India. He also mentioned that over 70,000 people have been displaced since last 10 months and their fundamental rights are under threat. Athauba also alleged that immigrant armed groups have unlimited access to arms from Myanmar and Bangladesh, and the complacency adopted by the government of India has prolonged the situation. He has therefore appealed to the Council to appoint a special rapporteur to assess the human rights situation, initiate dialogues on immigration, drugs, arms trafficking and illicit cultivation of opium, poppy and provide immediate aid to internally displaced people.
President, I draw your attention to the need for an urgent intervention on the dire human rights situations in Manipur, India, where indigenous communities are embroiled in a severe conflict exacerbated by cross-border narco-terrorist groups and armed militants who are under the suspension of operations agreement with the government of India. Over 70,000 people are displaced since last 10 months, their fundamental rights under threat. The conflict involving cross-border immigrant armed groups risks escalating into a full-scale war across multinational regions in Southeast Asia. The recent attacks against state forces in Moreh border town using heavy artillery are the testament. The immigrant armed groups have unlimited access to arms from Myanmar and Bangladesh, and the complacency adopted by the government of India has prolonged the situations. The duplicity of India's stand and its alleged coordinations with several trans-border ethnic armed groups has deepened the conflicts in Manipur. If undermined, it could jeopardize stability in the region further. Given these circumstances, I urgently appeal to the Council to appoint a special rapporteur to assess the human rights situation in relation to the ongoing conflict in Manipur, to initiate dialogue to address issues of unlimited immigrations, drugs and arms trafficking, and illicit cultivations of opium poppy, to provide immediate aid to the 70,000 IDPs with a focus on vulnerable groups like children, women and the elderly. I trust the Council will prioritize this matter and act decisively to alleviate the suffering of the affected indigenous population. I thank you.